Andongo Independent as handcraft artwork Dominican Republic
สวยมาก
inspired of all horizons
สวัสดีครับทุกคนวันนี้มาพบกับช่องของเจไดนะครับสำหรับวันนี้พิเศษมากๆเลยทุกคนเพราะว่าวันนี้เรามากันที่โชว์ดีซีฮอลล์ซึ่งเป็นการประกวดรอบชุดประจำชาติของ Miss Grand International นะครับอยากรู้ว่าหลังกล้องเนี่ยเป็นยังไงก็อย่าลืมติดตามไปนะครับทุกคนตอนนี้นะครับเราอยู่กับพี่โกโก้นะครับอาริยาสุพัลเลอร์แล้วก็
Miss Grand International
แน่นอนครับผมสวยมากเลยพี่โกโก้ครับความรู้สึกของพี่โกโก้ระหว่างตอนที่พี่โกโก้ประกวดที่เวเนียครับแล้วก็ตอนนี้ความรู้สึกแตกต่างกันยังไงบ้าง
หนึ่งเลยคือสถานที่แตกต่างกันนี่ตอนนี้เราอยู่ไทยแลนด์ใช่ไหมคะเราเป็นเจ้าของประเทศเจ้าของเวทีเจ้าภาพด้วยเปรียบเทียบกับปีที่ประกวดก็คือเวเนซุเอลามันเป็นอะไรที่ตื่นเต้นแล้วก็แปลกใหม่แล้วมันก็คิดถึงตลอดเวลาอยากกลับไปเที่ยวอีกบอกพี่นวัดว่าถ้าเกิดสมมติว่าพี่นวัดนะคะมีการบินไปเวเนไปทำอะไรอย่างเงี้ยขอไปด้วยมีซื้อตัวเอง
ปี2023ครับถามจอร์ดมาละจอร์ดคนทำมงกุฎมิสแกรนด์
เงินซื้อตั๋วเราไปเวเนดีกว่า
ใช่ผมก็จะไปด้วย
ไปจริงเปล่า
ไปจริงเจอกัน
ทำไงอ่ะ
เดี๋ยวผมเป็นช่างกล้องให้พี่โกโก้ก็ได้ผมเป็นช่างกล้องให้ปีนี้นะให้นางงามตั้งหลายคนใช่
ดีใจโอเคบอกว่าเราจะได้ไปด้วยกันนะคะ
หวังว่าแบบนั้นครับสวยมากเลยเนี่ย เตรียมตัวแล้วนะคะพิธีกรหญิงน่าจะเป็นฮันเลนะครับผมนี่ทำสมาธิอยู่ทุกคนคือแบบตั้งใจกันมากตื่นเต้นมากกับการประกวดในครั้งนี้นะครับมาลองชมกันครับผม Oh my god
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Costume Competition of Miss Grand International 2021 Beauty Pageant. Live from Show DC Hall, Bangkok, Thailand. I am Halle, gonna be your host for today. Bina Bia, Miss Grand International 2020.
สวยมากไม่น่าสวยมาก
And name Miss Teresa Chaiwisu, Vice President of Miss Grand International Organization. Miss Grand International Organization. Alright, let's start.
Oh my god เริ่มแล้ว
Miss Grand Angola Njinga Mbandi Queen of the Kingdom of Ndongo a warrior fearless woman who led at a time when it was imaginable to have a woman as the leader of an army. Njinga did not let the fact of being a woman stop her from fighting to make the kingdom of Ndongo independent. Njinga is a symbol of resistance and with the same high spirit, with the same strength and courage, Miss Grand Angola. These fields stand out for their wonderful and colorful contrast with the rest of the natural landscape full of rocky mountains to evoke the shiny refractions of light made by the sun. Armenia. The Armenian costume called ornaments are very meaningful. The theme of red incorporated within the entire piece is color with a wingspan of about 10.5 centimeters. This butterfly is used as an emblem for tourism in Queensland, Australia, the home of the Great Barrier Reef and the Daintree Rainforest, the world's oldest tropical rainforest, and crest of Bangladesh. The blossoms an ode to Belgian comics writer Wiley van der Steen, with one of the longest running successful cartoon character series, Suska and Whiskey. Characteristics of the characters are fearlessness, intelligence, curiosity, and good-natured willingness to help another to motivate you. Miss Grand Belgium. Grand coloration of this typical costume is based on the recycling of some synthetic materials. The headdress is handcrafted of papier-mâché, lined with synthetic leather. In the center is represented the Lord of the Staves, that mystical being that represents the sun, and is located on the monolith that is called La Puerta del Sol, which describes the position of the sun at any time or time of day. The pheasant feathers that represent the splendor of this culture. Miss Grand Bolivia. Animals and forests from people who do them harm, and above all, who carry out fires in the forests. Boitata can transform itself into a burning log with the intention of deceiving and burning the invaders and destroyers of the forests. Miss Grand Brazil. Miss Grand Cambodia. History books. Slake Riat. Cambodia has a huge temple, Angkor Wat, the most famous national treasure. Angkor Wat belongs to Cambodia. Became a heritage site in 1992. As the saying goes, Cambodia is our rising star. Miss Grand Cambodia. Miss Grand to this great nation, an artistic design which demonstrates the beauty of Canadian women and the majesty of their national symbol in a range of very vibrant colors. The perfect mix between fantasy and reality. Miss Grand Canada.
ดีๆนะครับเรียบๆง่ายๆดูอินเนอร์ดูอินเนอร์ โอ้ my god ก็เล่นยาวๆไปเลยสิจ๊ะ
The Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, which are all connected to this magical country, means symbolizing the primary source of connection between humankind through the exchange of different cultures, knowledge, perspectives, and ideas that bring harmony to the world. Miss Grand Colombia. Inspired by the Costa Rican jade tradition, jade is one of the most precious materials of pre-Columbian Costa Rican society, and it was used by their ancestors as a symbol of power. Nowadays, they have a national museum dedicated to the Costa Rican jade tradition. Miss Grand Costa Rica. Followers, since she brings fortune and riches to those who come to her. The knowledge of her and her power allowed her to be recognized as the queen and patron of Cuba, better known as La Caridad del Cobra, Miss Grand Cuba.
เลิศ
Miss Grand Curacao and standard bearer for all other Caribbean wind farm projects. Curaçao's strong breezes have provided water at remote sites. They've been generating electricity. These traits were ever present in Holy Prince Vaclav, whose symbol was an eagle. An important part of the national costume is the crystal face mask, making reference to the protection afforded to us in fighting with COVID-19. Miss Grand Czech Republic
yes
Dominican Republic
สวยมาก
Inspired by national flowers La Cayena which in turn symbolizes abundance well-being and joy The merengue that runs through skin with its own colors that star flag The red represents the bloodshed by liberators The blue expresses that God protects the Dominican nation and the white cross is the symbol of the struggle of liberators to bequeath a free homeland. Miss Grand, Dominican Republic. This handcraft artwork of our ancestors who left a list of mythical legends, beliefs and customs as cultural legacy to the country for generations. Miss Grand Ecuador.
เลิศมากชุด
Miss Grand Egypt. Costume of Queen Cleopatra. The costume has 4 colors. Gold, white, blue in the form of the wings of Horus, the sky god. Blue is associated with Amon, the god of air, while the red color stands for power and bravery. The costume also both threw fireballs in a fight. Miss Grand, El Salvador. Miss Grand look is chic, elegant, and timeless. Ooh la la! Miss Grand France.
น่ารักมากทุกคนจอย
Until today, there are countless times that we have read or seen movies inspired by the stories of these famous German writers. That is why we want to bring to life one of his most famous stories, Little Red Riding Hood, or Who, as the creative entity. The back simulates a cascade of quetzal feathers, the symbolic bird of Guatemala. Miss Grand, Guatemala. Sell and distribute goods at their markets. Despite facing intense hardship and social stigma, the hard work of Kansara ensures a better life for generations to come. This costs power and cunning and one of the most dangerous. It is made with leather mesh, handmade painted acetates, laces, metal braids, acrylic and crystal stones, rhinestones, beveled beads, and a touch of pheasant and rooster feathers. Miss Grand, Honduras. Miss Grand, Hong Kong would like to share a lot of dim sum with her new Miss Grand family and friends. Also, with those who are starving in unfair violence. Warm dim sum can be shared to create happiness and fullness and warmth. Miss Grand, Hong Kong.
Oh my god
From martial arts, mob combat, semi-classical dance, acrobatics, athletics, and storytelling. The word chow is said to be derived from the Sanskrit word chaya, which means shadow or image, usually carried by Balinese women. Miss Grand, Indonesia. Italy. The Madonna, a science fiction inspired by tradition, sacredness, art, and Italian culture. Dress created in Marica Nardosi, an atmosphere of mystery and elegance. Miss Grand Italy. Around 2 weeks, the blossoms start to fall. This costume takes cue from an imaginary deity guarding the trees, which give us breathtakingly beautiful flowers. This ensemble in black, silver, and pink symbolizes one of the icons of Japanese culture, Miss Grand Japan. Is eaten all over Laos and is one of the most famous Lao dishes. Therefore, Tamakung has become our inspiration to make the Lao national costume by bringing Lao's silk weaving and handicraft skills to design together in order to get the taste of eating Tamakung, Miss Grand Laos. Miss Grand Liberia. Hajamaya has found a way to make something so beneficial to Liberia fashionable too. Made of green ostrich feathers, faux palm leaves, and AB crystals, aimed at their national tree. This is a remarkable plant which benefits all Liberians in some way. Miss Grand Liberia. And Malaysia. Lek Mayang is one of Malaysia's oldest folk songs and dances originating from the state of Terengganu. In the early days, Ulek Mayang was performed as a healing ritual for fishermen who fall ill at sea and were believed to be caused by sea spirits and could only be cured by calling upon the spirits of the sea and sending them back to the dark, watery depths. Miss Grand Malaysia! Aura. Snip off the fish and will be on the limbs and will have shells, corals, and marine plants decorated on the suit and will add diamonds to add sparkle crystal embellishments representing water droplets. The walking stick will be like the waves of the sea. The veil is printed with the sea pattern of Mauritius on the back. Miss Grand Mauritius. Miss Animal print full body suit in the tone of gold with embellished crystals in obsidian color, a volumetric in the form of a snake made with diverse materials. Finishing touches are in paint decorated with acrylic faceted crystals, as well as rooster feathers painted in diverse colors, inspired by the Mexican macaw and bison. Miss Grand Mexico. Product of Bagan. Miss Grand Myanmar.
หน้าสวยมาก
Grand Nepal, so unique. The garment here consists of intricate hand-embroidered skirt and blouse in red color. The color resembles power, stability, security, action, courage, and emotional survival in the spiritual realm. Miss Grand, Nicaragua's pre-Hispanic clothing highlights the value of the cultivation of corn, one of the main economic and gastronomic items of their land. The painting, the petroglyphs engraved on their stones, were one of the main ways of creating history that their ancestors had. Miss Grand Nicaragua. Miss Grand Peace, regardless of the religious differences and tribalism which have threatened their peaceful coexistence, they can still get Nigeria working again if they all come together. Miss Grand Nigeria. She offered beauty, abundance, regeneration, and nurturing. Miss Grand Northern Ireland. Silver gems in her jewelry reflect the royalty that has graced the lands of Pakistan to bait its visitors. This spectacular creation features a mix of metallic and pearl tones, a creation of renowned Panamanian designer Cesar de Castro. Miss Grand Panama.
เอาสิสวยมากโอ้ยจะยอมนะจ๊ะ
Miss Grand Paraguayan Guarani goddess in the most iconic fabric of Paraguay, the Nanduti. Miss Grand Paraguay. Miss Grand in its plumage. It is a glam and colorful style within an allegory towards the abbess of the Amazon. Miss Grand Peru.
You want it that? Oh.
Which symbolizes the transformation of the city over the years. The festival depicts, in a parade of costumed street dancers, the metamorphosis of the butterfly, much to what is happening in the city and in the Philippines. Miss Grand Philippines. Miss Grand Portugal, Peninsula in the Lusitanian Wars. He was not a hereditary chief, but chosen for being the one who possessed the greatest leadership skills among the barbarians and the most prone to daring danger. Miss Grand Portugal. Goddess Apabe, she is the female entity representing the earth, the spirit of the sun, and the spirit of all horizontal water. water, lakes, streams, the sea, and sea tides. This deity was one of the most important for the native tribes that inhabited the Caribbean islands of the Antilles, mainly in Puerto Rico. The colors represent the sea, the sun, and the grandeur of Puerto Rican women. Miss Grand Puerto Rico. Miss Grand against the backdrop of the largest Russian lake by far. The image of a mysterious blue-winged creature conceals many secrets and reminders that every man. The costume is a symbol of a multiracial, multicultural team working together to show that they are stronger together. The green symbolizes growth, renewal, and rebirth, and the gold symbolizes strength and resilience, which is what South Africa is. Miss Grand South Africa. Miss Grand Spain. Color of the forest, which arises as a result of all the various tree species from the forest of the Lurisilva. Golden shades are also dominant, symbolizing sun rays passing through its branches. The special glow coming from their forests is the key to this fantasy. The infinite placement of glass pieces, strategically placed from the roots to the top of the tree, is what gives that special touch. Miss Grand Spain. Miss Grand Sri Lanka. Longer blouse. The Indian sari is still worn by Sri Lankan brides. Although a white wedding dress is another common outfit, Orisa symbolizes love and joy. The costume is inspired by Sweden's cold days with snow. Thailand. Decorated with crystals, conveying the strength of the giant through the wearer. The national costume is applied to the puppetry of Hanuman. In the pose of Kun Loi Korn, it is considered an invaluable cultural heritage of Thailand. Miss Grand Thailand. Amazing platform of Miss Grand United States. Costume stands for all the strong women across the globe fighting cancer. We must support the fighters. Yeah. With the strength of the serpent in a wonderful fantasy full of magical realism, which represents Deidad Kakayakua in a work of embroidery in crystals, representing the femininity and beauty that the national orchid possesses in lilac colors. Miss Grand Venezuela. Miss Grand, the Blue Angel, which is inspired by the medical frontliners' protective clothing. They also wanted to create something special and proudly represent Vietnam. This costume is to honor their medical frontliners across the country, who are the true heroes in this fight. The costume goes with the message, with the Blue Angels' power, they will win this game. Coronavirus, it's time for you to leave. Miss Grand Vietnam.
ทุกคนครับตอนนี้คือเดินหมดแล้วกำลังจะเป็นฟินาเล่รวมไปดูกันครับก็เห็นหนูไหมคิดอีกแล้ จบเป็นที่เรียบร้อยนะครับตอนนี้สวยมากทุกชุดสวยมากครับ
from 7 p.m. and the Miss Grand International 2021 final show will be held on 4 December 7th and 7th. Those events are also being held here at Show DC Hall.
Oh my god! Venezuela! Bolivia!
นะคะเชิญคุณกิติ
Bolivia!
ตานัก
Bolivia!
นะคะเป็นผู้จัดการอาวุโสฝ่ายลูกค้าสัมพันธ์บริษัท TPM Thailand Broker จำกัดค่ะ
Video, right?
Yes. How you feel right now?
I'm feeling super excited. I feel that I always answer this. You know, I'm super excited, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's so good for today. You do the best. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Mwah.
Yes. Hi, Spain. What? How you feel for today for national costume?
Hello guys, how are you? This is Vanessa Coelho. I am Miss Grand Venezuela 2021. It's a pleasure for me. I feel beyond honored to represent my country and mostly my native city. So for me, it's overwhelming this experience. I'm feeling the happiest ever. Thank you guys for joining me and for all your support.
Beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Beautiful. เป็นมาแล้วจ้าอยู่ก่อนดอกสับๆไปเลยวู้ว้าวไปถ่าย Hi Miss Ecuador how you feel today
I'm so excited because finally we had the national costume competition and I'm so happy to representing my country with this incredible national costume. Yeah.
It's okay thank you Hi Vivian how you feel today
I can't even describe how I feel. Being able to walk this stage is amazing, and I can't wait for the 2 competitions that are left. Today was out of this world. The clothing, the choreography, everything. So I'm very, very excited.
Yes thank you Puerto Rico เลิศแสงได้พี่น้ำรู้สึกไงบ้างครับวันนี้ดู
รู้สึกดีกดคอมากเลยค่ะ
อยากกลับไปประกวดอีกครั้งไหมปีไม่ใช่ปีที่แล้วสิหมายถึงว่าปีนี้เนาะปีที่ผ่านมา เดือนที่ผ่านมา
ก็นะคะ
เอางง
สารวนแล้วหนึ่ง
ก็เป็นปีใครปีมันแหละปีเราก็จบไปแล้วเราก็จอยปีเราใช่ไหม
ได้เบสเนสนอกคอตูมนี่
ได้แล้วเราพาย
เลิศ
เรือไปเลย
พายเรือไปเลยขายอะไรนะขายอะไร
ขาย
ตอน
ทุ
นั้น
เรียนกับมะพร้าว
เออ
เป็นเรื่อยตอนนั้นนะคะ
เลิศ
ไม่ต่อสิต่อเลย